Make your acoustic guitar sound better live. Hey everybody, Jayce, Allan here. Welcome back to the channel. So a little while ago I did a video called A Better Way to Amplify Your Acoustic Guitar. And that video was about a little sort of built-in microphone, like a sound hole microphone for your acoustic guitar called the Swan by a company called Xvive. And that system, you could either run it external to the guitar so you didn't have to actually drill a hole. I ended up drilling a hole in my acoustic guitar to mount it so it was kind of permanently mounted. But it fits down in the sound hole and there's a little microphone on a gooseneck. But it sits inside the guitar, inside the sound hole. And so the sound can be a little boomy, a little echoey. It's got that sort of weird sound to it because the mic is inside the body of the guitar. And so some people had mentioned, well, you could put a microphone outside, you could use like a wireless, almost like these lapel mics. You could stick one of those wireless mics on the outside of the guitar and pick it up that way. And this is not meant for recording a guitar, because when you record an acoustic guitar, you'd probably just set up a couple microphones, maybe a single microphone, and record it that way. So the guitar itself wouldn't need necessarily to be amplified. But what we're talking about for the purposes of these videos is how to get your sort of amplified sound. You know, a lot of acoustic guitars come with a preamp and they have the undersaddle piezo pickup, or you can get the sound hole pickup that's basically just a humbucker pickup, magnetic pickup. And they don't sound natural. They don't sound like, you know, an acoustic guitar. They sound odd, especially with a piezo pickup. Now, some companies like Martin and Taylor, they're really sort of enhancing the ability to create, you know, a pickup for an acoustic guitar. They have these proprietary undersaddle pickups, or these, you know, pickups that sort of fit, you know, glue to the back, inside back of the guitar and pick up the vibrations that way. But most of them, you know, they don't sound like a true acoustic guitar. And so, you know, back in the day, people used to put a microphone out, you know, for the acoustic guitar to pick it up during the performance. But as, you know, concerts became bigger and whatnot, then it was harder for artists to just kind of walk around stage with their acoustic guitar. You needed to stand in one spot in order for the microphone to pick you up. So what is sort of the ideal way to, you know, amplify your guitar so that it can be heard? Well, today we're going to try out yet another product. This one is by Xvive. They make wireless guitar systems and different audio gear, in-ear wireless, things like that. And they asked if I wanted to review something else, and I looked through their catalog and noticed that they make this wireless gooseneck microphone that actually clips to the outside of your guitar. So we're going to check it out. We're going to see if this is the solution to making our acoustic guitars actually sound like an acoustic guitar when we play live, but still giving us the mobility to walk around stage and not stand in front of a microphone, or use sort of the piezo undersaddle element that sort of gives the guitar that almost artificial sound. So they sent this over to me. This is a sponsored video. They just sent it over, said review it, and then I get to keep it afterwards. So we're going to try this out. Maybe this will do it. Maybe this will be enough to, you know, to sort of make the guitar sound like a guitar. And yeah, and it's a non-invasive way to add audio to your acoustic guitar. So let's check it out. Okay, so here it is. This is the Xvive U8 acoustic guitar wireless system. This is a 2.4 gigahertz, so it's on that Bluetooth/Wi-Fi bandwidth, so you will have to try to, avoid interference. 108 dB signal to noise ratio, 5-hour battery. So let's do a quick unboxing here. They always have really well boxed stuff. They're kind of like the iPhone of audio gear. They always have really nice packaging and really nice boxes. Look at that, a nice little hard shell case for the microphone with a zipper on it. If I can get it open. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so you have the clip. This is the clip that goes on to the side of the acoustic guitar. Yeah, so it opens. Yeah, there we go. So it slides open, and then it, so it anchors to the side of the guitar. And then the microphone itself, this is the transmitter, and it slides onto there. Okay, and then the microphone goes on it. The microphone's got, oh, that's for, so it's really loose there, so it doesn't vibrate, because it's clamped to the side of the guitar. So it would naturally pick up vibrations of the guitar itself. So it's got a screw, mini jack, basically 3.5 millimeter jack, but it screws on. And it's a battery powered, so it's got an internal battery. Hopefully it's charged up, because I didn't think to charge it. So it looks like it's okay, so it turned on. And then this is the receiver, and this is a XLR receiver. So we'll turn the power on that, and it automatically picks up on channel 1. And a little power light here. This might indicate that the battery's sort of weak, but and then you can change channels. So you can change channels there, and I assume this one, yep, and then there's your button there for changing the channel. Then there's a little pouch on the side here, and oh, it's got a 1/4 inch. Okay, so here's a few different items. It's got a XLR to 1/4 inch adapter, and then a different windscreen, a fuzzy windscreen, and then this is a adapter to charge. It's a Y-shaped USB, what is it, USB-B? Whatever, the old-timey square USB to USB-C. So it splits into a Y, so you can charge both of those at the same time. Okay, so I don't think we need the 1/4 inch adapter. We'll leave the charging cable out, so in case we need that, and we'll plug this into our audio interface, and we'll do an audio test. The inside of the case has got molded compartments for the different components, so you can, whoops, stick them in there. See, holds everything in place. It's a really nice case. Kind of like a hard-sided case, so that's cool. All right, so we'll plug this in, we'll grab a guitar, plug it in, and we'll give it a test run. So this is the Antonio Giuliani Dreadnought, solid spruce top. So let's see where, it kind of recommends putting it on the sort of the top bout. So let's do that. And it fits right up there, so that's no problem. And it seems like it's not going anywhere. It's got little rubber feet on it, so it's kind of sticks to the guitar itself. So let's see if we can position this for the best audio. So let's sort of put it right over the fretboard, sort of in between the fretboard and the sound hole. Okay, so we'll try that out and see how that sounds. Recording. All right, see how that sounds. It's interesting how you can hear. It's not bad. It's still a little boomy, a little dark. So let's I don't know. Let me see here. Let's put it closer to the strings. Let's move it towards the sound hole, but then closer to the strings. So we're now closer to the sound hole, but closer to the strings also. See what that gives us. All right, see how that sounds. It's a little boxy sounding. A little better. Let's see if we can get rid of that boxiness. So I'm going to raise it way up above the strings. So now we're way up, sort of where the neck attaches to the body. Let's try that. All right, you can see the volume is not nearly as loud as it was. And let's see what this sounds like. That's not bad. A little quiet, so I'm thinking if we move the mic closer, but keep it at that sort of that joint where the neck meets the body. That seems to be the best spot for it as far as that getting rid of that boomy sound. So let's record that and see how that sounds. All right. And we'll give that a try. It's not bad. Still got a little bit of that boxiness to it, but you probably EQ that out. And the thing is, you know, this isn't necessarily for recording, it's more of for a live situation. Let's try it just above the body instead of the sound hole or the fretboard. See what that gives us. All right, we'll see what what that sounds like. That's not bad. I think that's actually the best. Yeah, I actually think that sounds the best. That's kind of how they show it on the box. And on the back of the box too, it shows it connected to the top of the guitar here, the way I've got it, and then pointing down. They kind of have theirs positioned more towards the sound hole, but I think it sounds good right about there. And then, like I said, you can EQ it so that you get rid of some of that boxiness. So let's see if we can throw some kind of EQ. That's not bad. So yeah, with a little bit of EQ, that's not bad at all. It sounds pretty good. Now again, keep in mind, this isn't for recording, like for a studio recording. This would be more for a live situation. So that you can amplify, quote unquote, amplify your acoustic guitar, you know, without the undersaddle pickup or without an external microphone or whatever. So if you have a guitar that doesn't have any electronics in it and you want to amplify it for a live performance, I think that sounds pretty good. And then you can either run it through a preamp where you can tweak the EQ, or have front of the house adjust the EQ. So I think that's a pretty good solution. That would definitely be something worth exploring, is to set this up, connect it to a PA and a couple speakers and try it out that way. But yeah, so far it's kind of cool. I think I'm going to have to do a follow-up video on this to kind of show it in a live situation, because in this room it's pretty close in here, and so I think we're getting some reverberation, some weird feedback. But I think it sounds good. It's definitely needs a little bit of EQ, because it's got that boxy sound to it that you get when you close mic an acoustic guitar. But I think it's got potential. Blending that with your onboard mic, or your onboard pickup too, I think is helpful. So maybe blending the piezo for that sort of brightness and punch with the microphone to pick up the actual acoustic properties of the guitar, that would be good. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more tweaking on this, I think, because I think it's got a lot of potential. Maybe I'll reach out to the folks at Xvive and see what they have to say about the best way to to mic the guitar, and do a little bit of experimenting, and then maybe do a follow-up on this. But this is pretty cool. It's really neat, and the fact that it's wireless and chargeable, so you can just charge it up. It's got the neat case that it comes with, so we can put everything in the case, throw that in your gig bag or whatever, and then you've got a way to mic your guitar and play. So anyway, there you go. The U8 acoustic guitar wireless system from Xvive. They've been real generous sponsors for the past year or two on the channel. I really appreciate them sending this over. So check it out. We'll leave some links in the description. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. This is Jayce Allan. We'll see you again next time.